Okay, I've got a replay from a while ago here that kind of slipped through the net. It is between, who is it between? It's between Biggels and Griffin, isn't it? That's what it says. And it's a best of 3, and it's Biggels in the bottom left of Pillars of Gold, and it's Griffin up in the top right, Pillars of Gold. Yeah, an expansive map. Yeah, both of these players playing Terrans. TVT, Griffin choosing to build his first supply depot somewhere over there. Biggels going for the more traditional top of the ramp. Against Terran, it doesn't really matter. The first unit that's likely to come across the map and get into your base is going to be a Reaper. It's going to jump up the cliff here, so it kind of doesn't matter about the wall off so much. It can be vaguely useful to end up with a wall here. Oh, hello, what have we here? Looks like it's going to be a double proxy racks right here from Biggels. I was just going to say it can be useful to have a low ground wall off to stop things like Hellion run-bys, but to be honest, against Terran, not such a common thing, because typically you'll have a siege tank or something, and that just obliterates Hellions as they try and make their way in. So, is Griffin going to spot this? That's the main question here. Biggels with the double depot. If Griffin were to scout, you know, if you get up the ramp and you see this, no racks but 2 depots, you instantly know it's a proxy. I mean, it's got to be a proxy. So, yeah, no scouting, however, has happened whatsoever from Griffin. He has stayed completely, hasn't even been down to the low ground here. So Biggels, meanwhile, hasn't actually scouted his opponent's base either. But I imagine once these finish up, we'll see one of the SCVs head in for a look around while the other one maybe plants a bunker. That would be fairly standard. The second Rex is going to finish up. The Marines are in production already from Biggels. So yeah, if you want to pull this off, yeah, there goes the bunker. I'd like the other SCV to be up in the base, having a look around. From Griffin, we've got the combat shield being researched, and there are Marines in production and actually going up to triple racks. So there is, you know, this barracks hasn't finished yet. Biggels is going to have to play this correctly, because if he waits too long and combat shield finishes, he could be in trouble. You know, with triple racks production, obviously Griffin can catch up with Biggels in terms of the number of units he's got. So Biggels needs to dive in now, pull the SCVs, bring them with you. You don't really need to get in the bunker. You just need to come out and shoot this guy. That was an unnecessary loss. You know, it's 1 Marine. You've got 6 Marines. Just come out of the bunker and go and kill this dude. Yeah. So I don't know about the second bunker down there. I'd have preferred, you know, get everything out, get it up onto the high ground here. What you don't want to do is delay. You know, the whole point of building the barracks on the other side of the map is so that you can get into your opponent's base really, really quickly. But at present, this bunker's, you know, this proxy is achieving nothing. You're not killing anything. And with the reactor coming down, second reactor, you know, there'll essentially be 5 Marines produced at a time here. You know, Griffin, with too long, Griffin's going to have, is just going to outproduce you and come down here and kill you. Not if he keeps doing this, though. That's horrible. Yeah, so if you're Griffin, what do you need? What you really need is a bunker at the top of the ramp to get your Marines in to stop this stuff from pushing up the ramp. You need a factory so that you can eventually get a siege tank out. It does look like Biggels is finally going to come up here, and there just isn't anything that can tackle this. The Marines are going to be coming out. There aren't actually Marines in production at present for some reason. Now they start up, but you know, the Marines are going to be coming out and dying. Gets into the mineral line, is going to just decimate the mineral line by the looks of things. But Griffin does have a bank. There is still Marine production coming from Biggels, but you know, really, I'd want, you know, what's this bunker doing? Get these 4 Marines out, get them involved. Make sure you've got enough. It looks like he's focusing the CC, and I don't know about that. He's going to lose all these Marines for free. You know, a command center takes an awful lot of killing. You know, don't worry about trying to kill the command center. Just kill the Marines that are coming out. Surely, what? What is this? Oh no! This is awful. Look how many Marines Griffin's got now. Although, you know, the bunker's going to stand firm, but that was just utterly unnecessary. Like, once you've killed all of the workers and the Marines, you can kill the command center at your leisure. You don't need to be focusing it while you're taking fire. Not when you've only got a handful of Marines. You know, a CC, it's not like you're focusing on the CC when you've got a mighty army, and you're just going to kill it really quickly in a couple of seconds, and you just want to snipe it and run. That isn't this. You know, here, what you want to be doing is oh, Griffin, no. Yeah, you can't push into bunkers with just unteched Marines. Look, Stim is just about to finish up, and they do have combat shield, but, you know, Marines into bunkers, it's just unpleasant. Really needs to get the siege tank started up here. At present, actually doesn't have the money, but he can drop a couple of mules right now. He's got energy for that. And he starts up worker production again. You know, so with a mule drop and cancelling the queue, so he would have enough money to start the first siege tank. And obviously you can just park a siege tank up here, probably just about be in range of that bunker. You can smash that bunker, bring the siege tank down a little bit, and you'd be in range with that one. And you can just bust this. You can bust your way out, but he still needs a bunker at the top of the ramp. Biggels, again, is just waiting. And for what? You know, empty these two bunkers, and you'd have, what would you have? Look, you've got 17 Marines right now against 4. Just walk up the ramp and end this, please. I don't really get what we're waiting for here. What, you know, you've already been in your opponent's base. You know that you smashed a lot of his workers. So you know that you can't afford to keep up with production with you. So I don't know what the delay is here. Griffin, meanwhile, you're behind on SCVs, so drop mules everywhere, please. A medevac coming up, but it's a siege tank that you need. Although arguably, maybe he's going on the principle that his opponent isn't going to have anything at home, so therefore, if he can get a medevac out, he can do a drop or something like that, and that would be, you know, vaguely tasteful, I suppose. You could get across the map. And just kind of gut your opponent's economy. But the problem is, as soon as you do that, if you load up, you're going to lose. Well, yeah, don't fly into the scan. If you load up, you don't have any forces at home, is the problem. So, but that said, like, Biggles still just amassing Marines and not. I don't know what he's waiting for. I really don't. It's just kind of, it's making me a bit angry, to be honest. Because, like, you know, as I say, if you wait long enough, the siege tank needs to siege up. Please siege up. Oh no, the siege tank's just going to get shot to bits. No, that's far. No point sieging up once the Marines are already on you. So, a miserable sight to behold. Had the siege tank been, you know, maybe here within range of the ramp unsieged, it would have been doing splash damage on the Marines as they can up the ramp, all really close together. And, you know, 2 shots from the siege tank and the Marines are all pretty much dead. Had there been a bunker at the top of the ramp as well, then he would have held that without too much bother. You know, he shouldn't have ever had an opportunity to hold it. Biggles should have been out up this ramp ages ago. The CC is not on fire, but he has got mules, so he can land it, drop a mule, and get the mule to repair it. Doesn't have a great deal of health left. It does start to go down faster and faster. You see, once it's below 100, it starts to really accelerate. So he needs to drop a mule to save the CC. It doesn't look like he knows that. He's trying to build an SCV. The SCV is going to take too long. So Biggles is going to win. Like, he has got a slight problem. Don't siege up. You know, once Marines are already on top of your siege tanks, there's no point sieging up, because the Marines are still shooting you while the tank is going into siege mode. And actually the DPS from tanks is higher when they're unsieged, if they're firing on single units. You know, so the better idea there would have been to pull the SCVs to repair the tank and just leave it unsieged. But yeah, look, Biggles, you know, even if he loses all this, he's got stuff over here that Griffin can't kill. The CC's burnt down. He doesn't have enough to build a new one, so his game is over. Biggles is building a command center on the other side of the map here, and that's not a crazy plan. Okay, it is all over. It should have been over minutes ago. How did that game last for 9.5 minutes? I have no idea. Anyway, it's GG. It's 1-0.